speaker is Maxim Zukov, and he'll be telling us about from equations to intelligence, world models of nature.
Okay, I will try to speak about math. So, mathematics is a foundational universal language which allows us to tackle the mysteries of the universe. One of the main challenges of mathematicians is to look within, to tackle how our mind works, what we are as human beings. One of the approaches is to mimic the foundational blocks of our brain, to mimic the neurons that carry zeros and ones. With ChatGPT's recent boom, unbounded desire for profit of giants of capitalism resulted that ChatGPT got embedded in every part of our life. But do we trust the presence of this AI? Would you trust ChatGPT to take your family on an airplane from Vancouver to San Francisco? My research, in contrast to the probabilistic methods, tried to and attempts to tackle how neural network works using algebra geometric quants. We create the neural network. In some sense, we create the living being. As a living being, it needs a purpose, a space to live. The space where the neural network lives, I will call the ambient space. When you're going to change the parameters of your network, you allow it to travel in the ambient space to reach its target. For example, if you want to train a neural network to distinguish between dogs and cats, what you need to do, you need to just feed a lot of examples to show what is a dog and what is a cat, and then check the outputs for correctness, tune the model to get a better prediction, and then repeat the process. The only reason why we got so successful with modern AI boom, because we put so much compute into, so much resources into compute. But how come the 6-year-old child whose brain consumes only 20 watts can outperform any AI system that consumes energy of entire cities in a simple task just to take and tie a shoe with a bow? Imagine that right now the neural network will take all possible paths, and all these paths will describe some high-dimensional shape. So my research is to study the geometry of the shape, as it determines how neural networks learn. Can we grow a tree from a seed in a desert? Probably not. Of course you can do it by